Before we get into the review of Eyes of Fire, I wanted to take a moment and thank you guys, my audience, for frequenting my channel and giving me a chance. I love movies, and whenever I have a stressful day or a bad day at work, this right here, talking to you guys about films and discussing things like actors and screenplay writers, you know, it makes me feel better. I'm able to relax, and that's what I love about being on YouTube. Thanks again for frequenting my channel, and let's get on with it. Okay, so how do I exactly categorize the movie Eyes of Fire? And I don't really mean that question in terms of a genre, but how do I classify the movie to me personally? Well, this film, strangely enough, I kind of hold it near and dear to my heart because, oddly enough, I watched this movie a lot back in the day. This was a strange VHS to see sitting on the shelf. For some strange reason, the cover and the back of this cover really spoke to me and my brother. We would look at it with apprehension on the old video store shelf like, oh my god, what is this weird and creepy looking horror movie? And if you look at the back of the box, you get a really sinister looking image of a demon with glowing eyes. The cover, coupled with the back image, really kind of set the stage for me and my brother when we would go rent movies. So naturally, we would be drawn to this one, and we've rented it many times throughout the years, but it's a strange movie. It's a period piece, and it moves at a snail's pace. Definitely not the type of movie that, you know, young kids during the 1980s and the early 1990s would be necessarily gravitating towards. But I've always liked the movie Eyes of Fire. You guys get to check out the trailer. It's definitely interesting. Take a look at that.
It was a time of witchcraft, of hangings, of horror, of magic. They were outcasts on a desperate voyage to the promised land. What they found was a terrifying world. Lost in a forest far from home, in a valley none would enter.
That tree says that this valley is where the lost blood gathers. It's the home of the devil.
The secret is sleeping in the trees. Eyes of Fire. The secret is sleeping in the trees.
My buddy BC once asked me what my most valuable VHS would be in my collection. When I thought about it, a lot of movies, are available online, and the concept of a valuable VHS, I don't know. To me, sentimental reasons, I'd have to say that the movie Eyes of Fire is probably my most valuable VHS in the collection for a number of reasons. One, I really like the movie a lot. It reminds me of my childhood like few other things do. Two, this appears to be an old video store original. The stickers and the wear and tear on the overall tape really is its characteristics, and I like that. If you look at the front cover here, you can see a ridiculous sticker for a price of the movie. And yeah, way back in the day, videotapes like this actually cost that much, to the general public, because things like VCRs and, movies overall were hard to come by. So when video stores sold them, man, them shits were up in the $50 range. The movie itself, Eyes of Fire, is an acquired taste. Like I said earlier, it's a period piece. It moves very slowly, but I feel like it's very influential, especially for a lot of these indie horror films that are coming out today. Very organic, very down to earth. There's special effects used in this movie, but they never get in the way of the overall mood. I don't know, it's an effective horror movie. It's very dark, very creepy. It's a very grim and brooding movie that's rich with atmosphere, and for some reason just leaves the viewer feeling slightly unsettled. I think I could give the movie Eyes of Fire a solid 8 out of 10.